Hi, I'd like to point this towards Shannon for Christ, or Shanny for Christ, as most of you know her. I just want you to know that things need to get set straight. There's a lot of things that she's reporting that are not true. Um, there's absolutely no reason in the world for her to go around attacking her parents or her mother, especially like she does. That woman has been sick for a long time, physically, not mentally. She is sharp as a tack. I love this woman greatly. She has done nothing wrong to this girl. I don't understand why she's been acting like this, except that she's been doing it for the past 20 years plus. She's given me a great deal of grief all my entire life that I've known her. The truth of the matter is she's nuts in ways. And I really do not understand why she attacks people after they help her so much. This is something that she's done repeatedly to a lot of you people too. I mean, she will attack anybody that says nice things about her and does things for her, and then she'll turn around and stab them in the back.
Can I interject?
Yes, go right ahead.
I'm sorry. First of all, hello everybody. This is my first live stream. I've never done a live stream before. I've only tested the live stream thing out. I just want to make you aware that my husband was here on the day that Shannon's last video talks about. He was here the entire day. We had the police over how many times that day?
Three
times, yeah. He was here the whole time, which is one thing.
But he was here at times.
Yeah, he had to take off work lots of times because of her antics, for lack of a better word, and whatnot. But you know, Shannon's going to say stuff no matter what. She does have borderline personality disorder, and I have not responded to her. I've closed my accounts down because she had little trolls that were bothering me. He knows because I said, I've got to do this. I can't take this anymore. There's a lot of people like in the community, the great debate community, that I absolutely have a lot of respect for and have been very supportive during this time when Shannon does nothing but attack her family, mostly me. I gotta admit it, but I'm trying to take this where I'm not, you know, blubbering or crying about it or anything, because I have to remember that she does have a mental illness, and a lot of the behavior and the characteristics that she has are characteristic of borderline personality disorder. I was originally going to have this live stream. Originally, I was going to do it Saturday night. I let a couple people know. Of course, they didn't answer me back on it, and I don't blame them. No. I think a lot of people kind of want to get away from her, and especially with the situation, with the way she's been presenting herself online, for lack of a better way to say it, recently. I had to step away from her. I had to step away from people on YouTube that knew her, and listening to how they're trying to figure out why she's the way she is and why she keeps lying and why, you know, she says the things that she does and always stirring up trouble. She likes to attract negative attention. And the purpose of this video is not to give her negative attention. It's because she addresses these things about her mother, but she forgets that her father was here during the time that she lived here. And especially that last day that she keeps talking about over and over again. But anyway, what I want to do is I want to have Joe take a look at the video. I'm going to bring the video up of what she made today and what she said. This is the first time he's ever seen one of her videos in its entirety. So,
I'm not sure I'm ready for this, you
I'm
know.
so sorry.
I hope I don't start crying, but I
No.
don't think I'm going to. I'm just angry about her attacking you like this. It's just so often. She has no reason for it. She's got a good life now, doesn't she?
Well,
Really?
that's the thing. I mean, she has everything that she wanted, that she said that she wanted, and she's got it now, and she has all the weed she wants to smoke. She's able to buy whatever she wants. She called me materialistic last year,
And,
if you remember, because I went to the dollar store and I bought decorations for my Christmas tree.
and she's the one with the.
And I'm not materialistic. I'm actually like this little bumpkin who, grows her own food, and, a lot of the things that I have are secondhand.
And she's the one with the velour
And it's not
stiletto.
just me. I mean, that's just how we choose to live,
The velour stiletto chairs.
You didn't see those chairs, did you?
No, but I mean, God.
Well, I know. All right, that's her choice. She wants to live like that. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I want her to be happy with her life. I really do.
Well,
And
why can't she just be happy with what she has? Know that
Because-
we're all right.
because
I mean, she knows we're all right. We are okay. I mean, we got some physical issues, but damn it, we're happy together. We love each other.
we've had a lot of physical issues. I had 2 major heart surgeries in the last 2 years, and I actually spent a good portion of every week of my life, and sometimes every other day, in a chair receiving blood products. My blood, I was bleeding somewhere internally, and it actually took them 2 years to figure out where that was coming from, believe it or not. We have issues with the hospital, and we switched hospitals since then, and I'm doing well. I feel a lot better than I have in a long time. And my husband has had, surgery.
2 knee surgeries.
Yeah.
Kidney surgery.
And this is about the time.
And I got another one coming up.
Yeah, he does. He has another one coming up. And we just try to stay strong for each other. We're just hanging in here, I mean, the last thing I want to do, I don't have any problem. I'm going to be united on this, right?
Yeah.
We don't have any problem with our other kids. We have a very happy family. We have grandchildren. We're actually going to be all together in November.
Except for Shannon and her family.
Yeah. And really, honestly, when we do get together as a family, what she doesn't realize is that we all end up at some point in the holidays talking about her and how much it hurts not having her there, and how much we miss her, and we miss her. She left us before she left us physically. I mean, whatever her mental illness has done to her, and I don't want to use her mental illness always as an excuse, because she does make choices for herself. She's had I know I get a lot of questions all the time from people on YouTube that, watch her behavior. And it's like, well, I know Christina Blackfeather. Several people have asked, well, hasn't she gotten any therapy? And yeah, she's gotten therapy over the years. And many times the problem is our mental health system is so poor in this country that when you don't have health insurance, it's really expensive.
And it's really not that great in this area either.
No, it's not that great in this area. We're really limited up here because we're so far up north.
The area here has failed her.
Yeah, we're definitely.
I mean, she had mental health issues here, and social services was aware of it, and they didn't help her. It didn't help her at all.
No, it didn't help her at all. She had lost her kids while she was here, and it's ironic because I notice in her videos she's always trying to blame me for calling social services. But the person that called social services on her was her ex-husband's mother. She's the one that called. And my husband always said, why didn't you just call me at work? I could have calmed her down. You know, we could have taken care of this.
Molly.
That's my dog. Sorry. Come here, baby. Are you going to show her?
Yeah, this is Molly.
She's kind of scruffy looking. She needs a bath really bad. Sorry.
Don't bark no more.
But yeah, what happened is speaking of the mental health situation, getting back to that, it costs a lot of money to go see someone. Sometimes they want to see you every week. Sometimes they want to see you once a month. Even at once a month, the fees are so high. And when you're working on at a minimum wage job, or like her not working at all, which she does most of the time, she really, since her first job, she's never had a job longer than just a few weeks. But that's also typical of people with borderline personality disorder. And like she'll get a job and then she'll be there for a couple weeks and something will happen and she's not going back again. And it's happened over and over. And I think that kind
It's kind of sad. And I imagine it has to be really hard on your esteem. It's got to hurt when you're not wanted back at your job for some reason or other. And some of it is really unfair in this world because your looks count for a lot. And that's unfortunate. But the thing is they see her in some of this outfits that she's wearing, or like, the veil or the garish makeup and things like that.
Oh, on the videos. Yeah, social services up here was watching her when her kids were taken away on YouTube.
You get judged for that alone itself. So if you look kind of crazy, people are going to think you are. But the thing is she's done some pretty nutty things to us.
Well, what I was going to finish saying is with the mental health thing, what happened with her is they had her, she was diagnosed wrong. She was not diagnosed with borderline personality disorder originally. They diagnosed her as being bipolar. And a lot of times they can be bipolar along with the borderline personality disorder, but the SSRIs, the antidepressants that they put them on, can actually make borderline worse. And in her case, that's almost exactly what happened. She was on a pretty hefty dose of Prozac at that time. It was like 40 milligrams or something like that, I think. Don't quote me on it, but she was on a pretty hefty dose of it, went cold turkey off of it, decided she had it. They see things in their mind with the borderline personality disorder. So she had it in her mind that Chris was cheating on her. This is before they got married. She was living with him at the time, with her boys, and her wrists. And Chris's mother came over and called the police and Child Protective Services, and that's when they had taken the boys away.
They were living in our house, but the thing is I wasn't home and neither was she. I was at work and she was out.
I wasn't. What? I was down in North Carolina. I was with Shannon's brother because he was trying to get through college at the time.
Oh, that's
right. And I was helping him pay
Yes.
for his apartment and that kind of thing.
This is basically right after we got married, but before you moved up.
Right.
Okay.
So before I moved back up here, because
Right.
he moved up here because we used to live down in North Carolina, but Pope Air Force Base closed down. My husband's a veteran, by the way, and he still works for the government, and they closed Pope Air Force Base down, and he ended up getting a job up here.
Transferred up here.
At the 148th Fighter Wing, and He'd been up here for over 10 years
10 years now.
Yeah, for quite a while. But anyway, I keep jumping around. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. We kind of did this impromptu. I actually wasn't going to do, wanted to do a live stream Saturday. Nobody took interest in it. So I kind of said, oh, well, the heck with it. I'll just, maybe I should just, she hasn't talked about me in the last week or so. So I'm fine. Boom. Today she had the video on about bringing me up on it when she doesn't even know where my new channel or anything like that.
This is impromptu. It really is
impromptu. But I want him to hear her, what she says. And he was here that day. He was here through the whole thing when she came to me. She had just gotten out of jail, and I think she was at behavioral health. She's been in behavioral health many, many times. He can tell you.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who called the police for help when she used to get really wacky doodles and go crazy and yelling and screaming and drinking really heavily and partying with her friends and then fighting with her friends. Who was that girl she got in that fight with and the cops were over?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, how many fights has she been in?
It's been a lifetime of this. I shouldn't laugh. It's right now. It's my way of kind of coping.
We're trying to get through this.
Yeah. I don't want to sit here and start blubbering and crying, and so I'm kind of stuffing my emotions in a different direction. That's all I know how to do right now. It'd
be a lot easier to cry about this whole situation.
But yeah. So anyway, she had been in behavioral health. She went to jail, and she came here. It was really strange. I mean, I heard "Mama, Mama, Mama," and that's like the kind of voice she had when she was a little girl. Well, what does a mother do? The first thing a mother does is, it's my child. It's just automatic with a mother, And I'm like, Shannon, what's going on? I opened the door. She was barefoot. She smelled really bad. She just gotten out of jail. I guess they didn't allow her to bathe or something. I don't know. Her feet were black. And
she said, walking around the city.
She said, Chris left me. I just got out of jail. I don't know where my boys are. So I said, okay, come in the house. One of her co-workers from when she was driving a taxi cab during that time when Chris cut his job back because he was going to go to school. So he was working, I guess, 20 hours a week at that time. When she told Chris, "I hate you," and this is after he supported her and her children on a just slightly over minimum wage job for 7 years.
Yeah.
Since they had gotten married. He actually married her to help her get her kids back, to make a united front, to make it seem like she was stable and he was going to.
That was at the suggestion of Aaron's husband, who's a lawyer. And they thought it was a good idea, so they got married. They got married Christmas, or it wasn't Christmas. It wasn't Christmas. It was actually just a couple of days before Halloween.
Actually, it wouldn't have mattered even if they did get married. She still had that relationship with him. I mean, marriage was just really a piece of paper.
It just looks official, that's all.
Yeah, we all had to get together as a family, even my kids that lived down in North Carolina, and we had to have conference calls. It was every week or something like that. Excuse me. And I used her whole life, was designated as one of the people that would intervene when Shannon was having her problems, so this would never happen again. That's how it was said to me. So this never happens again. So was Chris's mother. She was also appointed like a guardian.
Yes.
Over what was going on. I don't remember what they called it at the time. You'll have to forgive me. But So anyway, she had the kids taken away. Her mother-in-law called. What makes her think it wasn't her mother-in-law that called when she was in Pennsylvania and they decided to move out to Colorado? Or is that an excuse? Because Colorado is where they have free marijuana, illegal marijuana.
They have it legal.
And
Recreational.
she loves marijuana. I mean, she definitely does. One of the problems with borderline personality disorder is that they often have addiction and drug abuse and impulsive kinds of behavior. And she has that. She clearly has that. And actually, when I was going to originally come on, I was going to, and I think I think Doc Savage can probably vouch for this because I sent him an email about it. He's actually been very helpful to me, believe it or not. But I'm losing my train of thought.
Let's show me the video.
Okay, I'm going to show him the video, but I had told Doc Savage that I was going to make this video, but I wanted to let y'all know from the Great Debate community to stop trolling her. There's some people, I'm not saying all of you troll, but there are some people that troll her account, and you talk about her all the time openly on the internet, and post pictures of her as a whale and all that stuff. I mean, we all get frustrated with Shannon. We all do, believe me. But it's not working. It doesn't change her attitude. It doesn't change her mental illness. I know people are sincerely worried about her kids. I don't know what to do about that. Apparently,
we don't have any say in it.
I don't know what. Getting back to Chris's mother, why does she think that maybe Chris's mother didn't see the video and maybe she called social services? I don't know. I don't have the answers for all that, but it certainly wasn't me and Joe. We don't know where she lives. She let it slip out that she was in Colorado when she was hot one day.
If she's there.
If she is. She talks about the altitude and Estes Park, going up to Estes Park, which is fine, have a good life, whatever.
Enjoy it. It's beautiful
enjoy
there.
your life. I know she loves it there. We've lived there before. We've lived in Colorado before. I have sinus problems, sorry.
It's one of my favorite places, but I'm not going out there.
Yeah. That was a long time ago. It's really expensive to live out there. It's like California prices now. It's not the way it used to be back when he was in the Air Force and we were out there having a really good time before they built up and everything years ago when we were first married.
A lot less white. Actually, no beard at all. Military.
Oh, you're still handsome. Yes, you are. But anyway.
I'm just an old man.
Oh, please.
It's very sad. I don't have a kid that I should have in my life because she doesn't really want to be part of our life anymore.
She does, though. This is why she makes the videos that she does. So let's go ahead and let him watch the video. You can watch his response.
Maybe I'll change my mind.
You can watch our responses to it. Okay, so this is it. It calls.
Will it still be recording our faces as well?
Yeah, we're recording. We're live on here, so we just can't see ourselves recording. So.
Okay, so if I cry, I'm not going.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't fart.
I won't do that either.
Sorry.
Then you'd cry.
Then I would. I'd leave. I'd run. Okay. The video is called Proof She Lies. And here we go.
Proof she lies.
Yes.
Nice line.
Out of the blue. And I haven't bothered.
There she is.
There she is. All right.
As for my mother, I'm glad I have this proof now. That you lied and exaggerated things and blew things out of proportions because you always do this. When you do something bad, you have to cover it up, and you have to gaslight people, and you have to treat people and lie about people. You lied about Patrick. You lied about your ex-husband. And you probably lied about Brett, too.
Being an
You
alcoholic?
probably lied about your sister.
What?
I know you definitely lied about Darlene. Because they found out that you're not who you say you are.
Well, she's picking all the
That's why
right
you don't
people
like me.
to think
Because I
she's
know
that are
the truth.
great.
I know what kind of human being you are. But
She's aligned on the other
what kind
side.
of human being you are. You could admit
She's
that you
painting
were
a picture
wrong
right
and you
now.
handled yourself very wrong with me. You could actually, for once in your life, say sorry and repent for something bad that you've done in your life.
I only
You
pray
know,
for you every single
I show
night.
you good favor.
I mean, I believe in
But
God.
you don't want to do that.
I'm
You
not
don't
like
want to
super
continue to lie
Christian,
about
but
me and treat me like crap. And you know what? Anyone who has a bad parent, anyone who has a parent that does not love them.
why is it always me?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Why is it me?
And, you know, Mary's trying to convince everyone around.
I mean, it shouldn't be you
that
either, but
Jesus,
why?
there's something
Why does she
wrong
pick
with him.
me?
He's mad. He's crazy. Jesus said this.
Okay, what did
Who
Jesus
is
say,
my
Shannon?
mother, my brothers, and my sister? Everyone quiet, not knowing what to say. He says, those who do the will of my Father, those are the ones I will call my brothers, my sister, and my mother.
Well, I'm not a perfect Christian, but I don't know what you're talking about.
And we do happen to know the Ten Commandments.
The Bible also
That's not what
says,
goes here.
if they don't love you,
Honor thy father and thy
they
mother.
don't have the love
Never
of
meant
Father in
that.
them. So I can only assume
She doesn't know anything about
that you've
that.
been so hateful to me and so unloving.
Hateful.
And if you don't believe you've been
She
unloving
gave
to
you
me,
life.
you've never shown me anything.
Okay, I'm going to
Love
stop
that
right
is
here.
contained
I've
in
never
what-
showed her anything. I've been abusive to her whole life. You want to extrapolate on that?
No, you have never been abusive to her. I can't understand where she would be coming from that.
She was like the one kid that I spent a lot of time with.
Oh, yeah,
Out of
you were-
all
I mean,
four of our kids,
When
I spent a great deal of time with Shannon because she was always getting in trouble at school.
I had to take off work to go to school and get her out of school at times.
Many times. And then we're talking about a lot of her, I mean, she was a really great
I
child.
mean, she used to get into fights all the time at Black Mountain.
Yeah, when she was a black man. That's when she was a teenager. That's when things really
That's
started
when
going south.
she started going to hell.
Yeah, that's
I mean, she made a belly button.
no, I think what happened is that
Well, it was one of the.
I think she started getting worse at that time is what it was. Because when she was younger, like little signs that I missed, like when the teacher pinched her under chin and the teacher punched her in the nose. And we found out teacher didn't punch her in the nose. She ran into his arm because he was telling he had his arms up telling all the kids to stop. And she ran into his arm and her nose was bleeding.
Yeah, but we
of course, the first thing
we took the teacher's side, or we took her side on that.
We did. I mean, you're moving this around,
Oh,
so
sorry.
it's going to change the live screen. Hold on. Oh, we're still on the screen.
Okay.
But you know, things like this had occurred, and every time I would go to school and say, "What's going on here?" You know,
we'd always go to bat for her.
My mom combat boots on. Never had to do this with my other kids, but Shannon, there was always something going on throughout her whole life.
Always to bat for her too, and it wasn't against her ever.
So I think we both really missed the signs of her mental illness, but it was gradual. It just got worse and worse and worse over the years.
And it really got worse when she was a teenager.
Yeah.
I mean, she got an infection because she pierced her belly button and she got an infection in it, actually.
She pierced it with a cheap
Earring.
like Walmart earring or something like that. And well,
That's maybe, I mean, some people could say that's kids stuff, but the thing is it's also self-harm.
yeah. She did herself back then though. She wasn't as depressed. It was just kind of doing things to get negative attention.
And then
she hung around with the goth kids.
And that guy that had I have your soul in my bag.
Yeah, they like to hang around with kids
that were into magic
and Satanism and all this other stuff.
Black arts.
She found that kind of intriguing.
And that's the God's honest truth.
I mean, we weren't the greatest Christian parents.
We didn't go to church constantly, but the thing is
we didn't believe in the church. We didn't believe in organized religion.
We believe in God.
I believe there's a God.
Jesus.
I definitely believe there's a God. I definitely believe in Jesus. I believe.
And he died for our sins.
Mm-hmm. We believe that. And we still read the Bible. I mean, we pick it up and we read it. I'm not an expert on the Bible, neither is he, but we try to, keep ourselves updated with things as time goes along. We're just not the greatest. I can't consider myself a holier than thou.
We can't quote it as much as she does, but the thing is I think there's a difference between knowing what the Bible means and how it reacts to being able to memorize words, quote, like that.
But we know enough when you're a bullshit Christian.
I think you could take words from that Bible and twist it, and that's been done so many times.
It's true. Anybody can twist the words of the Bible, and yeah, a lot of times in Shannon's case, that's exactly what she does. It's like G-Man. G-Man will go ahead and get down on Miss Star for cussing or something like that, or whatever it is, I don't know if she smokes or not. I don't know what all he says. But yet he can allow the behavior that Shannon does for some reason. But when somebody gives you a house, to live in and whatnot, yeah, the Christianity kind of goes, yeah. But anyway, that's another story. So let's get on with this. Here's her proof. I want him to see her proof that I lied.
It's a false love. You never accepted me for who I was as a person.
Okay, let me see if I can find. I'm going to try to scroll forward.
Let me watch this. I don't want to scroll forward. I want to see the whole thing.
Okay.
I'm not going to miss a word.
It's going to be a long hangout.
I saw that little comment you made about me, about my ex-husbands, when you weren't even there when I was married to any of the husbands, because you kept going crazy and abandoning me.
Okay.
And
that's not true. I didn't abandon Shannon. And if you look up by borderline personality disorder, they have like this obsession with abandonment and whatnot. It's like one of the biggest things that they feel like they're abandoned all the time. It's just, that's her mental illness talking right there. Anyway, I'm gonna try to find where she holds her proof up, and I can't find it. Weird.
She does look miserable, though.
She looks disheveled all the time, Joe. It's really sad. I mean, her hair is always
she's...
I mean, the other day...
Why doesn't she take better care of herself?
You should have seen her with the green leaves around her head.
Oh, and that part about wanting to see her mother, her rotting corpse.
No, she wanted to see my rotting corpse head on a platter, and I think something about putting something around
Surrounded
it,
by leaves
dancing around it, or
and dancing around it.
something like that. Don't quote me word for word. But anyway, that's not the first time she's wished me. She's obsessed with saying that I'm going to die. That
She said that just before she left. God's going to kill you.
He was right here.
I was right next to her.
He had just had his knees replaced, so he was in the recliner a lot during that time while his knee was healing and whatnot. And he heard the whole thing. He heard the whole thing as it went down. But she...
that was just before I told her she couldn't stay there anymore. I told her she couldn't stay here anymore.
He'd had enough. I ended up going to the hospital that day because my blood pressure was through the roof. We actually had the paramedics come.
The paramedics
because
came
I
and
have
got
a lot
her
of
and
heart
took her.
problems. I have now I have a defibrillator, pacemaker, and
So
I was told after my heart surgery, I have a congenital heart disease that they didn't catch until I was 56. And oftentimes they don't catch hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy until later on in life because it gets
or
worse.
they die.
Yes, sudden death is it's actually the number one reason why football players die on the field, believe it or not. But we have people that have this have a really thick heart, and actually almost died in the hospital after my first surgery.
And it's congenital, and all her children should get checked for it. If you haven't been checked, Shannon, you should.
I told her about that when she was here. I tried to explain everything to her, that all the family, even my sister and her kids, her son is a football player for Stetson University. And he's a great football player, by the way. He's awesome. But she had him checked. She had her other son checked.
They're doing good this year.
Checked. The family pulled together and everybody got checked except for Shannon. And she said, no, if I die, I'm just going to go to heaven because that's where I'm going to be happiest. And that is so sad. That is really, really
if that happens,
sad. Especially
what about her kids?
That's what I was just going to say. That's really sad when you're a mom and you've got kids.
What about Zachary?
But the last thing that she said to me is that God was going to kill me for what I was doing to her. You know, she gets so dramatic when she says it. So I'm kind of parroting her. And I feel bad when I do that, but I do it.
Well,
so I feel bad. Everything I do, she makes me feel bad. Everything I do, I mean, everything that I say, it doesn't matter.
Anything she likes, it's terrible.
I'm trying to find where she holds up the Facebook page where it says, I got the job on October 20th. Why don't you tell that's the only other part. She just goes on about how abusive I am, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you tell everybody how many months she laid up in the bedroom day after day, drinking alcohol? Well, I'll let you tell them.
Which time?
This last time that she stayed with, she has stayed with every one of her family members, her father several times, me several times. We had been separated for 10 years. I had remarried, and then we remarried again later on. I ended up marrying a man who was an alcoholic because I didn't have a lot of self-esteem. And one of the reasons that we broke up is because of some of the stuff that I don't even want to say it.
It doesn't even relate to it.
No, I'm saying
what happened with Pat after she left there has nothing to do with you.
She came to live with my ex-husband and I down in Florida. And
did she? I think she says that he hit on her, and I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, he did. He was drunk.
Yeah, I think he's personally he's an asshole.
He was.
She's absolutely, Shannon's absolutely right about Pat being an asshole. She's absolutely right about that other guy in Houston being.
We
'Cause he beat the hell out of her.
we were able to
Twice.
reconcile.
Very dangerous man.
We were able to reconcile our marriage, to be honest with you, after Shannon was gone on her own, because
We love each other.
we do. We truly do. And we
always did love each other.
And we actually stayed best friends while we were divorced during that time period. I mean, I could always pick up the phone, or he could always both of us, we could always just pick up the phone and talk to one another, because we had kids together.
There's the thing in
That
common.
was the most important thing to both of us, is the kids.
And you know something?
And they weren't little kids when this happened. They were all young adults.
The other kids were very happy that we had a good relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
It was really important
because
to both
it was
of us.
less traumatic to Michael and Joey and Aaron that
But
way.
you've got to figure that
And hopefully to some extent it could have helped Shannon too.
It did contribute to us breaking up. It really did. It just seemed like it was hopeless. It was just nothing but constant turmoil in our house all the time. And neither of us could take it anymore. And we had to change things up. And I admit it. I went, I found the wrong guy. If my husband passed away before me, I would never find another guy again, be honest with you. I mean, I'm perfectly, I am now secure with myself. I don't need a man to take care of me. But I have my best friend, and, she will spin the story completely different, about it. Yes, you are. I know
I am.
We're each other's best friend.
Yeah.
Anyway, she posted in this video that on October 20th that she got the job, which is proof that she got a job. Now, please tell everybody how long she laid in bed this time.
Let's see. She got here in what, July?
June or July?
I think it was late June, actually.
I had just had my abdominal surgery on top of my heart surgery, and the anemia too.
Somewhere in there, she was doing a little bit of taxi work. And
not when she was with us.
No, she couldn't get that job back.
She couldn't get the job back. They didn't want to hire her back.
And she worked for some kind of as a nurse's aide or something like that, or for a mental health thing.
Her extensive medical background. She had a 2-week training. Well, she tells people this stuff, Joe. Then it makes me look like an idiot when
she was just taking care of some people. It's just an adult babysitter, basically, type of deal. And she's also not a kickboxer.
I saw that. She said she was a kickboxer.
She never ever learned.
She wasn't a military brat. Her father.
I was out of the military when she was born.
Yeah, and there was one job that he had at Tyndall Air Force Base in Florida.
But that's civil service.
And she went to live with him. Now tell him how that turned out.
Oh, that turned out real good. I found her in bed with an 18-year-old, and she was an 18-year-old. I mean, I had to chase a naked 50-year-old boy out of my house after they were caught together.
There's a lot of history on it.
There's stuff on this. And it's...
I want to show you something. I want you to...
just...
Look at this.
Look at mostly this. Bad
Someone came on with a sock account, and it says St. Louis County Social Services. We live in St. Louis County in northern Minnesota. And it says CPS should be seeing this in all your videos for the sake and safety of your children. Okay.
Okay. All my children are adults.
No, her children.
Her children?
Yeah.
They're not in.
Let's clear something up, because Thick Shades mirrored my video where I talked about the boys when they were peeing on the floor.
Right.
When
and
you
hiding
went,
and
when,
hiding toilet paper behind the toilet. and
oh, I
underneath.
haven't even gotten to that. I didn't even tell them about that. I
Oh.
didn't want to bring all that stuff up.
All
Joe,
right.
it's ugly, but you know,
It's-
she wants to keep this up. I'm gonna let them know what really went on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get it straightened out so we could do it.
Sure.
How long did she have that job at the nurse? It wasn't a nursing home. It was like a group home.
It was a group home. It was a home.
And they were
up in-
disabled people.
Yeah, probably 2 weeks.
Just like I had said, over again.
I brought her up there a couple times, picked her up and things like that. And other times I let her use my truck.
Yeah, she used his truck every day while she was here. We bought her clothes. We bought the boys' clothes while she was here. She was not abused or mistreated whatsoever. Bought her makeup, got her hair done. There was a video that she had.
Let her dye her hair. Had her dye her hair
several times while she was here. That's when it started getting really crazy. But
we bought the dye. I bought it. I know I did.
Yeah, it started getting crazy after that, though. That was during the time when things started really going downhill for some reason when she started dyeing her hair.
And the thing is she didn't want to help out with any kind of household responsibilities.
No household responsibility. I think she emptied the dishwasher once.
And
she doesn't clean up after her boys. She left the house constantly and me alone with the boys without asking me whatsoever.
She did the same thing to her brother, by the way.
She did the
first time around.
Yeah. Well, tell him what she used to do. He was in college at the time.
He was in college. He had to take off college courses. And it helped contribute to him having to drop out of school. And
he's back in now.
And he also wanted to leave the house because of her too, and that's the godsend.
No, she used to go and party all the time. Back then, she was with women. She's bisexual, and that's fine. But she drove the women that she was with crazy too with her antics that was going on.
One of them put a what was it?
A restraining
order
on Shannon.
I don't remember her name, but she had dark hair and she was kind of an Oriental.
That's actually
girl.
2 people that had a restraining order on her. We've never filed a restraining order on Shannon. We've not called social services on her. Joe and I, we tried to deal with things as we could because we do have grandchildren. We tried to give them whatever we could. They stayed in the master bedroom. Joe slept on the small bed that in the extra room that we have.
She slept on the couch.
I slept on the couch the whole time for months.
We're talking from June to Christmas time.
And that whole time
that's half a year.
The whole time that she wasn't working, what was she doing?
Smoking pot, getting high, drunk, and making videos like this crazy
with Jason. Everything
boo-hoo-hooing.
Jason doesn't want me. He said mean things to me.
Yes. Yeah, there was a lot of those. She'd sit in the backyard and
cry
and boo-hoo. She'd get drunk publicly. She's in the backyard smoking and drinking pot.
I don't know for sure what really went down, but she said that Chris, he denies it. And to be honest with you, I'm not so sure I believe that really happened because she took about 4 months before she went to crisis. 4 months. And a lot of women don't report. I understand that. I completely understand that. But she didn't even take care of the STD. If she didn't have one, thank God.
No.
This time. She's had them before.
She's had them before.
That
I know.
He knows that because he was dealing with that at that time.
I had to take her to these places sometimes.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a life with her. It really, truly has. And now she's obsessing over me dying. She wants me, and she God me. I mean, she mentions it in all her videos. And I think it has to do with this guy. I don't know if you know him, David Weiser, because he's always like, oh, my mother, I'm glad she had. Da, 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 da. He kind of
eggs it on.
And she's always, but
You know, the simplest thing for her, for Shannon, is just to move on, forget all that she thinks happened in the past, because it didn't happen that way, Shannon. This I know for a fact. And I would swear to God in front of St. Peter and anybody else that you want to put up in heaven there, that it didn't happen the way you're saying it did.
yeah, and it's really sad because
All I want you to do is have a good life.
That's all we worry. That's
it.
all we worry
You don't
about.
have to talk to us, but don't talk about us and say lies like you are.
But she doesn't talk about you. It's always me. It's always me. And let me tell you something. I can't drive because after my heart surgery,
it affected her eyes.
I had fluid changes. And I ended up bursting blood vessel in my eye, and I could not see it all. I only saw brown out of my right eye. I had to turn my driver's license in because I couldn't pass the vision test. And so I'm still and what they did is they voided my driver's license. So now I actually, because it's been so long, it's been since last year at this time.
Yeah.
Because I had to get that taken care of before Joey got married, so I could give identification to Homeland Security because they got married on a cruise ship.
So you had to
last year. My youngest son, my
and this is
oldest
May.
son.
We're talking about May here.
Yeah, but anyway, getting back to the boys peeing, William doesn't lie. When he peed on the floor upstairs, what did he say, Joe?
Zachary did it.
Zachary did it. He didn't do it. And she said, William doesn't lie. But what did she do to William?
Punished him anyways.
She flipped him over his knee and started spanking him. He's 9 years old. She started spanking him. Okay? Because of his lying. When she, the day that she came to the house when she got out of jail, I called him at work and I said, Joe, can you sit down for a minute? He goes, yeah. He knows that voice of mine. And I said, Shannon's back. And he's like, what? Yeah, Shannon's back. Chris left her. She doesn't know where the boys are. He came home immediately. I mean, immediately from work. He left work, came home. And we took her right away over to the house that she lived in. Tell them what it was like halfway up the stairs. What could you smell? Urine. It was filled with urine. They were peeing on the floor regularly, but she pretends that never went on. Anything that you try to bring up about her, she pretends that it didn't happen, or she'll turn it around. She'll turn it around and make it seem like you're crazy or whatever. So the big thing that she's saying in here, and she was here that whole day when I went, the day that he asked Shannon to leave, and the day that I went to the hospital because my blood pressure was through the roof.
It was Christmas Eve.
It was Christmas Eve.
I had the day off.
Yeah, he took a lot of time off during the time she was here too because of her. A lot of time off. But which didn't help when, we'd been in and out of the hospital because it's a 4-hour drive to the Mayo Clinic, and I was being treated at the Mayo Clinic because there's only 10 hospitals in the country that deal with the congenital heart condition that I have. And they told me that I should not have any stress in my life, that I need to start putting that away. So I deal with things differently. I try not to get myself worked up, which is why I don't really want to sit here and blubber.
Oh.
I just want this to be a moment where maybe I can make somebody understand. The more that you feed into her and she sees and I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too. But I come to the realization that the more we're doing is feeding into her and giving her an excuse to, make these negative videos and then get her negative attention from people and everything else.
These negative videos aren't going to work anymore, Shannon. I'm not watching any more of them. I don't care what you say. If you say anything, just get a frigging life and enjoy it. That's all you have to do. Enjoy your children. If you want to enjoy your family, try making some amends and stop trying to make everybody feel so bad about you. Because your sisters don't want to talk. Your sister doesn't want to talk about it. Your brother doesn't want to talk about it. And Michael certainly is devastated by the things you've said about him.
Yes, her brother is gay. And all of a sudden, oh, by the way, she's pro-gay now.
He was the nicest person in the world, and she owes him an apology.
It was horrible how she treated him and the things that she said about him and to him and behind his back. It's been a nightmare, and he's never hurt anybody in his life. Honestly, he's a really great guy. He's taking care of her children.
He's the nicest guy in the world.
He is. He's my youngest son. I'm really proud of the person that he is. And, I don't care what the Christians say about him. They don't understand who he is as a human being. And
Jesus wouldn't say anything.
No, I don't believe that Jesus would. Not at all. I mean, he loved everybody unconditionally. Unconditionally. What part of that doesn't anybody get? That's what I don't, that's what screws it up for me with Christianity. They want to tell everybody else how they're supposed to live while they're living how they want to.
The Bible, the first part of the Bible, the Old Testament is in the Torah. It's it's also in the book that the Arabs find, the Torah, and what is the other one?
The Quran.
The Quran. Thank you. And the words I like to follow are the words of Jesus. And that's how I think we should all live, because if we did, we'd be living in a much better world and happier for each other. It's a world of love. Jesus wanted a world of love.
His ideas is basically what he's saying. Jesus's ideas, that his idea of love and
I'll tell
humanity.
You something. If you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, you should believe in Jesus's word. And things do evolve because the Son evolved from the Father.
Well, Shannon fits her narrative. She fits her narrative into
what she can quote out of
at the time.
She can quote out of the Bible.
At the time,
yeah. Look at the whole picture, sweetie. That's what you need to do.
I want her to stop saying that I'm gonna die. I'm actually so much more healthier now than I've been in the last couple of years. I mean, you can see even by my old video. I mean, I was pretty stressed out when I made that video that Thick Shades mirrored, and I'm glad that he did it. Actually, I have to give Thick Shades a lot of thank yous because I trusted him, and she was saying that I lost my nursing license because of use.
Not true.
Which is further from the truth. I've always been.
Not true.
Yeah, never would that happen. Not in a million years.
I'm getting shakes.
I know. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I was a good nurse. I really was. I wasn't the best of anything in my life. I work towards improvement all the time. That's just how I am.
She loved your family.
I'm hard on myself.
She loves me. She loves her family. All of her family. She still loves you, Shannon.
But anyway, she said...
And I love you too, but I'm not putting up with this.
Anyway,
I can't live like that.
she said that I had lost my license of abuse. And I said, Thick Shades, do me a favor. I'm going to give you some information that I would never give to anybody else. I told him how to get into the North Carolina State Board of Nursing. They have compact license, which is good in several different states. I could probably work in Texas under my North Carolina license if I wanted to because of the compact license system. And anywhere that you have any discipline problems, it will show up in all 50 states.
It's nationwide.
It's nationwide. They don't let that get away with. So I told him to look it up, and he proved it. It's in the video that he made on
It also says
his Uncle Sam
and it'll
account.
also say if you've been fired, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't say anything like that. It's called under disciplinary action.
Okay, that would be.
I have
Wouldn't
none.
firing be that?
Huh?
Wouldn't firing be a disciplinary action? So it would say that.
Yeah, but it's not under. It's not a separate category.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. Everything falls under disciplinary action because that is a disciplinary action. You're right.
So nothing bad. She's done nothing wrong in her career.
No, nothing.
She's the best nurse I've ever seen, and I trust her with my health.
Thanks, Joe. I learned a little bit along the way.
Well, I'll tell you something. Another thing she's done is she's seen some of the medicines that some of these doctors have tried to give me. And she says, no, you can't take that. That'll react with this, or you're going to have a really bad reaction. You can't do this medicine. So talk to your doctor. And he says, oh, my God, I would have given this to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and that's the truth.
One thing about living up here, we're about 2 hours away from the Twin Cities. We're really isolated. We're really landlocked because we're kind of surrounded by a huge lake, Lake Superior. And the medical care up here, I can't say of the current hospital that we're at, but the previous hospital that we had made a lot of mistakes along the way. And it prolonged not only prolonged both of our sicknesses and what we've been going through because we're old geezers now, but it threw us into massive debt, which gets back to Shannon not working when she stayed here. Jason was giving her money every week, and G-Man started a
should go out
GoFundMe account. And there was a girl on from the Christian community that gave her $1,000. She blew it before the week was over on makeup, on booze, on clothes,
on pot.
And she went out and bought the kids something for dinner because she didn't want to have to make dinner for them or anything like that. It's not like I forced her to make dinner. I mean, William wouldn't eat anything. He'd be like this because he was so used to eating fast food all the time. It was just easier, I guess, for her, than to have to go through anything else. The kids, this is how much they were driving us crazy. They were throwing our silverware away, our bowls away, our cups and glasses, and then a lot of the bowls and plates and everything else was underneath Shannon's bed.
And if they didn't like something and they were sitting in the dining room, they'd spit it on the floor.
They would spit it on. They really had.
Especially William. I've seen him do that many times.
Social issues. I mean, if they didn't like it, they'd like that. Just like it was just fine, just like peeing on the floor. She's never really lived with us long enough because there's always been some kind of major drama. Same with her sister and everyone else that she's lived with, especially her ex-husband's family. Chris's family was smart. She never let them live with her. She told them, no, you're going to the homeless shelter, and they did. And they only spent a few weeks there. They didn't spend a real
Karen
long
drove
time.
her from North Carolina up to here to get rid of her.
It's true. She did. She drove her all the way up here. She said, Mom, I can't take it anymore. I just can't do it. And I'm like, oh my God. I was helping Joey pay for the apartment that he was in while he was in college at the time, because he was he had an intern.
This is before she moved up here.
My son's an electrician. He had an internship at the time. You know, I was on the phone with him all the time. He basically lived in his bedroom just to get away from her during that time. It was awful. It was just awful what he was going through. So, okay, we've established Shannon hates me. You were here the day she's out.
Yeah.
Now, getting back to William and the floor, how deep was the garbage, clothing, urine, God knows what other kind of waste, food? Lots of food. How deep was it in the room?
8 inches, 12 inches deep. It was a lot.
Some places even 2 feet.
It was a lot. It was an unbelievable pigsty.
I went upstairs because he said, I want them out. I can't stand it. I didn't expect her to go out of this house on Christmas Eve. Neither of us did. We just told her. He told her basically, that's it. I want you out of here by such and such date.
We had bought Christmas presents.
Yeah, we had Christmas. Oh, I'm going to lose my picture here. We bought nice
Christmas presents for the kids. A lot
they're
of
actually
them
still wrapped and still in the bags right now, as a matter of fact, for the boys and for Shannon.
Let me go get one. I'll prove it.
Okay, you don't have to prove it.
I don't care.
But yeah, we still have the Christmas presents here. What happened was the cops come and said, you need to leave. The cops came over to the house. So this story about us making her leave on Christmas Eve, she did that on her own. She had to, because she wouldn't stop her stuff. I'll wait till he comes back with the Christmas present. He wants to show you. He feels really bad about all of this. And we don't spend our night, Shannon, worrying about you all the time and talking about what you did to us. We actually have a very strong relationship. And like I said, we're going to be spending time with the family down in North Carolina. The whole family's coming. Michael's going with us.
This is 2 bags full of toys for the boys.
Okay, don't yell.
2 bags.
Yeah, they're still wrapped and everything.
Yeah.
Everything's still wrapped up.
I'm not going to bore them showing them. I'm just
blowing off steam.
Blowing off steam.
I'm sorry that it has to come to this. I really am. I am sorry that oh, look at this. David Weiser is in the room. Oh my God. Why would you say that? Even if it were true, why would you say that Shanny committed fault? Because that's her behavior, David. That's the behavior that she has. That's why he says it.
Ask her to deny it. Ask her to deny it.
She probably will.
Let her. Look her in the face.
He doesn't make this up. My husband's
Look her in the face and ask her.
My husband's not crazy, David. Okay?
It was statutory at that age.
I don't even know how many people in there. I didn't even know anyone was in here because we've been talking about this for so long. Okay. So the police had already come over and whatnot, and she knew she had to go to work. She went to work because she got another job, and it was, I don't remember what that job was. She never told us what it was that she was doing at that time, but she got a job before Christmas because she wanted to get the hell out of here and get to Pennsylvania so she could be with revenues. And I guess William texted his mother and said Grandma said that she was going to. He was right here.
No. Never happened.
It never happened. I would never do that to my grandchild. I was a pediatric nurse. You know, I was a pediatric nurse. I love children. Why would I tell my grandson that I'm going to kill him? But it doesn't matter. She spoos this all the time. This is her histrionics. You know, there's nothing I can do about that. Shannon's, you know, David, it says, then you can help her repair things that are not right. She would be more receptive to it. No, David, she's actually not.
She doesn't want anything to do with us.
You see, you don't know what we've been through over a lifetime. Everybody in her family and her outer family, like her in-laws, everybody has tried to cut her a break. When she's had her crazy times, they'd say, oh, that's her mental illness talking. That's not her. But she repeats things over and over again, and everybody is against her, and everybody is doing something against her. You can't repair her. I can't repair Shannon. She doesn't want to be repaired. She does what Shannon does. She chooses not to. I have said this before, and the one that actually made me aware of it was a psychiatrist that I had talked to about what was going on. You know, she can't manipulate. She shouldn't be manipulating her mental illness to the point where she uses that as an excuse. And that's exactly what she does. And she goes, and yes, she definitely goes through periods when she's having
lucidity?
Yeah, she will be lucid at times and just fine. And she won't talk about her family at all or anything like that.
You can get along with her.
Yeah, and the weird part about that is we're all like, oh, great, maybe she's pulling together. We're all like rooting for her, and then, bam, she hits us all. Let me tell you something. You know what else you say I shouldn't tell you? How would you like it if you were trapped in your basement? She has trapped me in the basement in this house and wouldn't let me out of it and was screaming at me, holding the Bible up because I told her about a study that I read about manna from heaven, how these mushrooms actually grow in the desert, and they actually have a lot of the nutritious properties of bread. And I said it could be that that's what, you know, they deciphered as the manna for heaven was. There's a whole bunch. You can Google it yourself if you want to.
It seems like a real pissy excuse to have a fight, though, with your mother, if you want my opinion.
She held me in the bedroom, and then I got, or in the basement, and then I ran upstairs. I went in my bedroom, and I have pictures of this too. This happened several years ago when she was staying with us, when Chris was with her, when she was married to Chris. And she followed me upstairs to the bedroom, knocked my dresser over. She broke something that my other daughter had given me that I had for years and years. That fell off the dresser. Everything was all over the floor. I was trapped underneath a drawer from the dresser. It was on my legs, and I couldn't do anything but because I pushed the dresser up against the door to stop her from coming in, and I was looking for my cell phone so I could call my husband so he could get home because she was torturing me. But eventually, how did we get her out of there then? I can't remember. You came home from work. He came home from work, and we said, that's it, you're out. The cops were called.
That was the first time.
Yeah, that was the first. Well, not the first time.
Well, that was the second time.
The second time.
That was the second time. It's been three times.
At this house. That doesn't count all the other places where she lived.
Yeah.
With us. So I don't know why you could say, oh my God, David, this is what happened. Even if it were true. Yes, it is true.
It's
you know
absolutely
what?
True.
If she wants to spill things about people and say outrageous things, I mean, I've got my husband here to back me up. It isn't just me talking, David. It's not just me. I mean, he was here the whole time. I don't know what else to do anymore. I can't stop her from making these videos about me. She makes it sound like, but I would be so forgiving. She's never been forgiving, ever, not once. Everybody else is always wrong, and she's right. And that's how it's always been. And it doesn't matter. She told me that I would never see her again. Yet she makes video after video after video. And I've been collecting them, by the way. I have them. And I'm saving them because she's threatened to call, or she's threatened to take it to court and take legal action or whatever. The problem with that is that she, between the cops coming over as many times as she's got a losing her here. Kids, getting arrested twice for accosting people.
And what about that with Chris's brother? That was for assault.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
That was for assault.
And she pushed him through a door. I mean, she's a big girl, I mean,
she's pushed me over a bike.
Yeah.
Sprained my ankle.
Yeah.
She's physically violent.
And he's 6'4". He was younger then too when that happened. She's a real strong girl. So you can understand. I'm 5'5", and she outweighs me by a good, I don't know.
I'm not even going to conject.
A few 100 pounds more. Okay. When she had me blocked down in the basement, I was terrified because I was married to a man who was an alcoholic.
And was abusive.
He would get abusive when he was drunk. I got dragged across pavers one night. So, and that marriage ended.
And that other guy down in, what's his name down in Houston there? Brett?
Yeah.
He beat the hell out of her a couple of times. I've seen the results of it.
Yeah, he was always there for me, even though
I had to go from Lynn Haven, Florida, that just got wiped out, over to Houston and get her out of there.
Mm-hmm. So you don't know the whole story. You don't know.
Yeah, you can't possibly know the whole story, but I'll tell you one thing. I have no doubt that I could be sitting right in front of Jesus right now, and sure as can be, he would be, oh my God, I know this happened. I believe you. And it's truth. It's absolute truth.
What is this? It says, but you just keep saying, bad, bad, bad girl. Why don't you do better? Okay, David, let me ask you a question. How many times are people supposed to take her in their home and go through this? Like, we're not doing better?
This has been at least three times.
We bought her clothes. She used her father's truck every day. I took her to get her hair done. I mean, we were paying, and we have an extraordinary amount of medical bills.
Her and her very first husband used to live with me.
Can I finish?
Before they got divorced.
I have an extraordinary amount of medical bills right now from all the surgeries that I had. Mayo Clinic is not cheap, and the insurance doesn't cover everything. And while they were here, she was going to work, and she was going to help pay for the extra electric and water and everything else. Well, it more than doubled the electric and water. And she tells everybody that all I wanted was money, and I was always asking for money. No, I wasn't always asking her for money. She wouldn't work. She had a job for 2 weeks, and any little bit of money that she'd get from Jason and from her GoFundMe page, she wouldn't help out with anything in the budget.
She'd go buy smoke.
My husband's getting ready to retire, for God's sake.
She'd go buy liquor and pot every time with that money.
We have a house that we have a lot of things that we need to get done with while he's going into retirement. A lot of things. Right now we couldn't even put it on the mark it if we wanted to. This message is held for review. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
I'll have to figure that out.
Fine. I'll stick by it.
I'm not worried about this. I've not done anything wrong illegally whatsoever. I mean, she has a paper trail here between the police department, between social services. She wants to go after me. I don't think it works that way, David. It doesn't work that way. You can believe and enable her all you want. I'm not going to sell you.
It's your prerogative.
Absolutely. You know,
but at least you know there's two sides to the story.
You said worse things about your mother. Well, you know what? You really influenced her, because now she's saying she wants my head on a platter, David. This is David Weiser, people. All right? Defending Shanny for Christ. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to say, oh, well, there's something about her. Oh, you know, she's not telling the truth. That's why I've got my husband here. He's never done a live stream. He doesn't even have a YouTube account, you know? But I said, you know, Joe, what are we going to do? So he decided to come on and say, all right, let's straighten this out. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even supposed to have stress in my life. And this just keeps happening over and over again. It doesn't matter if I try to get away from it or anything. But she's just going to continue to do this.
The easiest way to do this is, if you're a friend of Shannon, tell her to stop talking about us. We'll leave her alone. She leaves us alone. We can both go on our independent ways. I don't ever need to see her again.
If I wanted to.
I don't even want to see her again.
If I wanted to, I could call the police department there for bullying and harassment. I could easily do that, but we haven't. We haven't done that. We know she's mentally ill.
I'm going to miss her, but I can live with that. It's better than having the hell that she has put in my life, and the hell that she's put to this woman in my life.
I didn't want to do this. I don't need the attention from people. But she put the video out. I didn't put a video out about her. I only rebutted one other video of hers. One. I have pictures of the mess that she left the first time she stayed here, and I have pictures of the mess that she left the second time she stayed here.
And we have police reports of it. Mm-hmm. You want to not believe the police? I mean, go ahead. What more can I say?
Yeah,
what more can I prove?
There's nothing more. I mean, you know, it's unbelievable. It really is.
Stick up for her. Go ahead. Just because she says she's for
Christ
doesn't mean she is.
I don't want Shannon to fail. She came for me. She's my daughter. I want her to actually find happiness, to find a happy spot. Why would she just bring this up out of the blue now? I haven't bothered her. I have not called CPS on her.
She's got 5 million excuses to be happy. She can leave us alone now.
I mean, she sure does put a show on for the camera, you know, with them smooching and everything else. And Rev is like...
Or else she's wrapped up in a rag around her head.
Looking like Bill the Cat. I don't know if anyone knows who Bill the Cat is.
Not anymore.
From Bloom County. He had
one big eye.
Yeah, he has this one big eye because he took drugs one night and it messed him up. And after that,
it's a cartoon.
The writer had Bill the Cat with all messed up and.
You don't know who it is? Look it up. It's on the.
You know, the fact is that Rev News is an alcoholic. She said that I'm controlling. I know where that comes from because I told her, I said, after being married to an alcoholic myself, I told her, he's an alcoholic, Shannon. He drinks every night. You're going to have problems. You're going to have problems down the road.
Well, now he had seizures.
And this is where, yeah.
And now he had seizures and
apparently,
he's having, well,
I don't know
unless it's a story.
I don't think it is, because he's
Or
really
he's doing
kind of
it-
messed up.
Unless it's one hell of an acting
He
job.
lays in the bed all the time next to her, near her butt cheek, and she smokes marijuana on the videos constantly, and and then they put this thing about social services in there, like St. Louis County is going to check out her YouTube channels. Like, they have time to do that on a Saturday evening when they have families that they have to attend to. And they know me at social services, by the way. So, say whatever you want.
All right. Is there anything else we need to do with this?
No, I think I've said everything I wanted to get. Someone will probably mirror this video again. And
Yeah, mirror it. It's the truth. It is the truth. What she's saying is not the truth.
And getting back, the last thing I want to say is, and this is every holiday, we feel empty because Shannon's not there, and she doesn't realize that. I mean, we all talk about her. Remember when she did this? Remember the good stuff. I mean, none of the bad stuff. And it hurts every one of us that she's not there. She's our daughter. And I don't think you guys, some of you people that enable her behavior, I think it's great that she has friends. I really do. But you're enabling this behavior.
You need to get her clean, is what you need to do. Get her off the pot, get her drugs, get her off the liquor.
Well, she's not drinking anymore that I know of.
I don't know. I'm not there, but I know what she used to do.
Well, she has a large amount of money to be able to go to the dispensary anytime she wants. The trouble is when she leaves to go pick up her sons and is still high, but she pretends now, because people have been bringing it up, she now pretends that, I've got to sober up before I go get the boys, things like that. I haven't called social service on her.
We're not going to either.
Mm-mm. No. Don't you care about your grandsons? Yes, we do. We do care about our grandsons. We've tried to help them many times. She stayed with me when she lost her kids. This is the first time when she was here, when she held me down as a prisoner down in my basement. And then Chris and her got married. And they got an apartment over here, and it became infested with bed bugs because Shannon's not a very clean person. And that house, that place, they actually had people come in from social services to teach her how to clean and take care of the house and take care of the children. They had to go through child caring classes. It didn't do a whole lot of good. We went over there one night to visit, and the house was like it was up in the bedroom upstairs. It was awful. It was just awful.
Except it was throughout the whole house.
And you can say whatever you want about me, David Weiser, but I get a chance to say, we get a chance to say,
finally, yes,
our what happened too, we get a chance to say it. I'm tired of this stuff. It's insanity. It's just crazy. And I'm sure it's going to happen over and over again. But you know what? I'm just laying it out there now. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. If anybody has any questions or anything, please feel free to ask. If you don't, you're probably wiser to just stay
out of it.
And the biggest reason, like I originally wanted to make a video before she come out with hers tonight, and I wasn't.
It's just to set the record straight.
No, actually, what I wanted to do is tell everybody to stop talking about her all the time, because it's exactly what she wants. She craves that negative attention. She's been that way since she was a child. It wasn't as pronounced when she was a child, but I see now, like after I did some research on borderline personality disorder, I can see some of the things that she did when she was a child. And it just got worse and worse over the years. And she did go through a traumatic event when she was 16 years old. I let Dragnet know what that was one day when we were talking in the room, so he could at least understand part of the reason why she's the way she is. You know, she hurts people. She makes racist comments all the time. And then she says she's not a racist while wearing a rebel flag coat. And, you know, I can't. I can't. I don't find it funny. I really don't. I mean,
it's sad is what it is.
It's incredibly sad. You don't know what it's like for us to go to bed at night and the first thing that's on our mind are all our kids. That's how a parent is. All of our kids. And you sit there and it's like, you know, and you just long for, you still have that like little glimmer of hope that maybe someday they're going to change.
I'm losing that.
And they don't change. They don't change.
I've kind of lost that. I don't have the hope for her like I used to. And if she showed up again, I wouldn't let her in.
No, I don't think she will ever be able to come back here.
I
think we have reached the pinnacle to where that is no longer an option.
I don't see that happening.
And that's because I
can't go through it again.
No, we're old geezers now. We have both worked hard our entire lives. I spent 36 years as a nurse. I went back to college, got my master's degree in communication with a concentration in health communication, and then found out about my heart the week that I was finishing up my capstone. And, you know, we both worked hard our entire lives, and it's time for us to have a chance to enjoy life a little bit. I mean, is that okay?
Do you know
is it okay for us to enjoy life?
Do you know my fondest...
Or do we have to keep going through this over and over again?
You know what I do? I have one memory of Shannon that I'm just going to keep focused on. One picture that she has, and that's a picture of Shannon when she was about 3 or 4 years old, and her sister Erin in the crutch of a tree, and they're smiling so sweet. They're cute as can be.
That was the blue house in Wisconsin.
The blue house on the lake in Racine.
On Lake Michigan. Yeah.
And that is my fondest memory of her, because she was a pure, innocent, sweet little girl.
She was.
You know?
She really was.
And she had the most wonderful smile, you know, and it'd be kind of nice to see that again from her. But we're not going to.
And everybody who's fat, I wanted to make a thing about everybody who's fat shaming Shannon. Yes.
Lay off of it.
Yeah, it doesn't do any good. I mean, she went, before she started gaining the weight after she went through her traumatic event when she was 16 years old.
She used to be a model.
She actually did storefront modeling. She was real tall. We kind of steered her away from that because there was a lot of things that go on in that industry and whatnot. But she also had a beautiful singing voice. She used to sing.
She's won karaoke contests.
Yes, she's done that. And oh my God. I mean, her dream was to go to Paris one day. That was always her dream. And maybe with Reb, maybe that'll come true for her. I hope it does. I really do sincerely hope it does. We only want the best for her. I mean, that's never going to change. That's never going to change. You know, I just hope he treats her right and he doesn't get back on the booze. There, I said it.
And she needs to get off the pot.
Because he did say a lot of things to her when she was chasing him down. A lot of things. He told her one time about with Chris, because she used to spend 5 years on the phone with him, and they used to talk for hours and hours. It was one of the things that Chris complained about in his video, which is still up, by the way. And, Chris felt like, where's my wife? That kind of
The
thing.
way I see it is if Rev got off of a crutch, which was booze, Shannon needs to get off of her crutch, which is pot,
But anyway,
and take care of your family.
yeah, but anyway, so I was trying to say something about Rev. We overlap thoughts, and then my thoughts go.
Oh,
I'm sorry, honey.
too.
I am. But what Rev had said to her. He told her one night, well, with you talking to me all the time, you don't have anyone else to blame for your marriage breaking up but yourself. He told her that. I was here that night that happened. She went apeshit. She was boozing up and down. I mean, she buys some pretty heavy booze too, let me tell you. And she says she didn't drink while she was here. Oh, Joe, please. Will you tell him?
What is that stuff that you get from France?
It had marijuana. She had one that had,
it
had CBD in it, CBD oil or something.
Yeah, she had that. That's another thing. But she also smoked or had that stuff that's called
the green
fairy, and it's from France, and it's got a narcotic in it, for God's sakes. And she bought that, drank that down,
and then she'd sleep, and the boys would be coming up and down the stairs. And I know William had said that I was yelling at him all the time. The only time that I was upset with them is because they used to leave the toilet running all the time, and our water bill kept going up. I couldn't figure out why my water bill was sky high, and they kept the toilet running all day long.
And you'd find toilet paper with poop on it shoved behind the toilet instead of in the toilet.
They used to take their toilet paper, and instead of dropping it in the toilet, which is right there in front of you, they would hide it throughout the bathroom underneath it. But William doesn't lie, right, Shannon? They'd hide it behind the towels. I found it in my shelves in the bathroom. I'd find it behind the toilet. I'd find it in the cabinet.
How would you like to find shitty toilet paper?
Every day. So because I was upset about that, I was yelling and screaming at them.
That's something a parent is supposed to teach their children. We taught all our kids how to be potty trained.
William used to stand at the top of the stairs and just stare at me and wave back and forth like this. It was real strange. It used to freak me out and stare at me. I would sit on the couch because I had told you I just got home from having abdominal surgery, and I was still getting my my blood treatments.
And let me add one thing about William, all right? The day that he left, he was telling people, his mother, that grandma was attacking him and stuff like that. I says, that's a lie. And you know what I got for that? I got a smile like Damien from him. I knew he was lying. I knew he was lying about that then.
And Zachary came up to me before they left, and he goes, I'm going to miss you, Grandma. And he put his arms around me. I said, I love you. I told him I loved him.
He hugged both of us.
He hugged both of us before he left. So those are abused kids, right? William's been with her a long time.
I think she's used William to get her way a lot.
Well, yeah, when she goes out and leaves them with people. I mean, Chris used to do everything for her.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't clean up after herself. She'd have Chris get up and do this, and Chris get up and do that, and Chris get up and do that. And he'd run. And he was working full time most of the time. She was only working for a short time for the cab company, and she makes it sound like I was working my ass off. Yeah, well, after a few weeks of work, I guess really exhausted.
Well, what about that one meeting that we were at for social services, and the lady that was in charge of the social service meeting that told everybody at the table that Chris had latent homosexual attitudes?
Mm-hmm.
Where would he get that from? Except for Chris actually doing something, or from his mother, who made that story up and told people to tell him that.
His
So-
mother, Chris's mother? I don't know where you're
I'm not
going
talking
with
about
this.
Chris's mother. I'm talking about Shannon saying, telling
Oh, social
William to say that to social services.
I never heard social services never said that out loud. This was
They
a story
certainly
that
did.
Shannon
It was
cooked up.
at the table. I heard it. I was there at the social services meeting and in the office there.
I don't remember them saying it. I remember
that's okay.
Shannon telling me that.
Well, it's actually true.
Actually, Chris was the one that told me.
He was there.
No, Chris told me. He was standing right there in the living room when he told me. He goes, they said that I had latent homosexual.
Oh.
It was after he saw them, after he had
I was at that meeting.
No, it was right after he had the psych eval, before we had the meeting. He told me about it. And he goes, but whatever. And I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. And I said, wow. Because I was really, I was trying to be on their side. I was trying to understand what they were going through. And I wasn't really sure about the services that they were getting, to be honest with you. They were suspect to me at that time.
Yeah, because you're trying to you're trying to stay strong and stay unsupportive for your daughter is what you were trying to do then.
It was really difficult. It was
she never supported her daughter, but she stood up for that and thought that was probably a lie and not true at all.
I actually took, if I was beating on her, if I was an abusive mother her whole life, which she put in social services statement, then why was I appointed to take care of the boys when the foster family wasn't able to take care of them? People can argue, social services screws up all the time. But the fact is that they designated both the parents to be able to, his parents and us, to be there in case Shannon went off the deep end again, and to never let this happen, is what they said. Well, guess what? It happened again. And whoever the idiot is who said they're from St. Louis County Social Services, give me a break. That's not even funny. That's ridiculous. There's no way anyone from social service on a Saturday would come in a chat room or a live stream and post something like that. They have people that are on call on weekends, and they're really short with people right now. They don't get the funding now that Trump is president that they used to get under a Democratic administration. They've taken a lot of funding away from them up here. So their ability to do things is little. That wasn't even funny, whoever you are, troll. All right, I think we should end this.
Yeah.
If it's disturbing, I'm sorry. No, actually, I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry at all either.
I'm not
glad
sorry.
this came out.
I'd like to clear this up.
Shannon, we love you. Don't like what you're doing. And stop lying about your mother. Simple as that. Stop lying.
Shannon, I just want you to have a good life. I want you to work at having a decent life. I am not controlling you. I don't tell you what to do. I did warn you about it. Controlling you is warning you about an alcoholic husband. Well, fuck me. I'm sorry.
Well, you said you're sorry. That's what she wanted.
Well, I've always said I'm sorry. I can't tell you how many times I've said I'm sorry.
I know. I'm just that she was saying earlier. I thought.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how.
I don't know how to.
I don't even know how to live with this anymore. It's just gotten to the point where I am so dragged down over it.
And the only thing we can do is just put it away.
Yeah, I garden. I mean,
I
grow my own food. That garden is like my haven. It's everything to me. That's what I do. I've always had a garden anyway. with my herb garden. She said that I was a witch because I had an herb garden and I was growing potions and spells.
Okay.
There was a lot of things that she said about me, remember?
Yes.
Oh, I have dementia.
Sharp memory as hell.
I have dementia.
I can't get away
what
with
else did she
anything.
say that day? First, she said she had dementia and she was acting like she was concerned about me. And then she said something really evil about me. I mean, they kept coming up with these stories. I think Rev was egging her on the phone, too. They were trying to figure out what was wrong with me.
She has a bunch of people that egg her on. This David Weiser seems to be one of them. I don't even know who he is. I know that other guy, that Rev
News.
not Rev
Jason.
News, Jason.
Your son-in-law.
Yeah, the one that wanted to beat the hell out of me when I was.
Oh yeah, Jason threatened to beat the hell out of my husband because of her stuff that she started on the phone. This was right after he got his knees replaced. Okay,
It was Christmas Eve.
He couldn't even, he could hardly walk at the time. It was awful what he was going through. What we were both going through. And I was sleeping on the couch every night so she could have the room and the privacy with her boys. And she would spend most of her time sitting in that bathroom upstairs, smoking on her. And William...
And making videos.
And there is one thing about William. He came to me and he said, I know she's smoking pot all the time, but it's going to stop. Well, I wonder how he feels about that now. I mean, seeing his mother. I mean, she still locks him out of her bedroom. They knock on the door.
Go away.
If they're sick or something, it's like, go back upstairs. It's the same thing that she did here. It really is. But there's nothing I can do about it.
Nothing we will do about it. They're on their own. They're on their own. Something happens to Rev and he tosses her out for taking his money or whatever. They're on their own. That's it.
Both of her husbands ended up waking up to, they did at first. I remember Doug saying he loved her with all his heart. And they did everything that they could to... Why don't I just say that I love her? I said it several times in the video. I talked about how when we have family functions that all we do is sit around and talk about her when she was younger and everything else. I pray for her every night. I don't know what he was doing, but he's a little troublemaker. He really is.
Ignore him. You could just turn this off. You don't.
I don't know how to delete people and all that.
Hide him.
I'm not worried about it. Let him go. Let him talk. I believe in freedom of speech.
Yeah, well.
Let him go ahead and figure out things on his own. I don't really care anymore. I'm
not trying to justify myself to her or to him.
I do love my daughter. I talk about it all the time.
I want her to have a good life. But I want her to leave my wife alone.
I have told her, I can't tell you how many times I told her that I loved her when she stayed here. I remember after we took and got her hair fixed, because her hair was just so disheveled. So I took her to the beauty parlor, got her hair fixed, and she went, G-Man was doing a video to help raise money for her because Chris committed adultery. His big video on that. And she got herself all dolled up. And I'll be honest with you, she looked gorgeous. She really did. I felt like she was getting a little bit of her, self-image back, feeling a little bit better about herself. And G-Man even commented with her. He goes, I don't think you're going to be single for long, he had said to her. Well, whatever, But she was working on herself at that time. And then the alcohol came in. And it snowballed from there. It really did. I mean, you can love somebody, but it doesn't mean that you have to put up with what you're going through, not unless you're a masochist.
And it doesn't mean you have to like what's going on either.
Yeah.
So I think we got to end it there.
Yeah. I don't care what David says. I mean, you know, he's going to think how he thinks.
David, help her.
Yeah. Why don't you help her instead of encouraging all these negative feelings towards her family? She used to say that her brothers and sisters abused her too. It depends on what week it is. You know, it depends on what week it is.
2 of them live in North Carolina. How can they do anything for her? They don't even get on the internet.
They were up here not that long ago, just about 3 or 4 weeks ago. They came up to visit, you know, the evil mother here. And we had a really nice time. And of course, while we were having dinner, I made a ham, and I made a really huge meal because I don't cook large anymore because it's just my husband and I now that we're old geezers. And it was just nice to feel like a mom again, you know, and cook for everybody. And I was a grandma. I got to play with the kids, and we had such a good time and everything. And of course, while we were at dinner, first thing we did was think about Shannon. So you can say I don't say I love her, but yet she is always on my mind. Every minute of the day sometimes, especially when I go to bed and I say my prayers. I still pray. I'm not, like I said, I'm not the best Christian in the world. If you want to, like, accuse me and point your finger, it's like, oh, but you have to do it this way. You know, you're not going to get it from me. You know, I still have a lot of questions about things that are within the Bible and the way that people treat each other on a humane level. And that just goes throughout the world and everything. And the way the churches treat everybody and how everybody thinks that they're so much better than the next person just because somebody's an atheist. You know, they have no right to say whatever. Yes, they do. I believe in freedom of speech strongly. I wouldn't have been a communications major if I didn't. But
master's degree.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah. Well, it's still
a lot of good it did me. My heart blew out.
Be proud of it.
I am writing a book and doing some freelance things. So. All right. We're going to wrap this up again, I guess.
Yeah. So.
There's nothing I can do to change things.
Nothing more we can do.
This probably didn't do any good at all. There's nothing I can do to change things, but I got really tired of, I mean, it's just this, I don't understand why she picked today to do this, to hit me with this. I have not bothered her at all. Why did she pick it?
It's not like you're going to see a lot of these videos.
I'm going to talk to people. I have a right to talk to people about anything that I want. This is an open public place. We still have freedom of speech in this country. I did not bully you. Nobody's lying about you. I told the truth.
And so did I. Shannon, learn on your father and your
I'm sure
mother.
We're going to get threats now with legal action because her husband is so rich and all of that. I mean, she rubs that in my face all the time.
As I said,
if I have to go to jail, which I don't think is ever going to happen, but if I have to go to jail because of your trouble, so be it. It's not going to make me stop loving you. I'm still going to be your mother. I don't go away. And I'm not going to damn it, Shannon. You can stop saying that over and over again. Who's the abusive one here? You're always saying that God's going to kill me or I'm going to die soon. I'm not. I've got through the heart condition. I got through the anemia. I used to get blood every couple of days. I sat in a chair in the oncology department every couple of days getting 1-2 units of blood, and then I would get 2 bags of iron And it was over and over again every couple days just to keep me going. And I got through all of that.
And
I
she
had
got through the
abdominal
tumors.
surgery. Yes, the tumors that were in my digestive system that was causing the bleeding. For 2 years, I went through it. And then it came back again just recently. I just went to the Mayo Clinic, literally got home from the Mayo Clinic for another surgery to get rid of more tumors that was in my GI tract. And it was literally, I got out 2 days before my daughter came up from North Carolina with the kids. And I am going to fight as long as I can.
I think it's a sin to wish something, by the way.
Especially your mother.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, what kind of a person would
I can
do that?
throw honor thy mother and father at you, but I don't think you understand what that means. I don't think you want to understand what that means, and I think you just want to hang on to the hatred. Or else you wouldn't keep bringing this up. I've made 2 videos refuting what you've said. 2. And the first one was months and months ago. So I'm not on there once, twice, 3 times a week, or almost nearly every video bullying you and bad-mouthing you. I'm not the one doing it. Think about that. Good night, everybody. I hope you have a good night. And I'm really,
Hey,
I don't know if this is going to shed light. I don't know if it's going to do
Thank you for
anything at all.
listening. David, thank you for listening. At least I hope this opens some of your mind to this. Help her if you can.
Yeah. David, you could be a big help to her. Even if you just redirect her or something, I mean, she can, if she hates me that much, if she doesn't want me in her life,
we don't need to be there.
Then tell her to go forward.
Yeah.
Tell her to go forward. I'm not going to stop praying for her. I'm not going to stop loving my daughter. And she can hear this.
I love her too.
We're never going to stop that. I carried her for 9 months.
I made her too.
He made her.
It was Close Encounters of the... What was it? That movie we were watching that night before.
I'm going to go. Goodbye, people.
All right. Good night.